in your house, and now it's not in school.
It's not a subject.
You are meeting someone who have never even hiked before. The rain is here.
Very, very interesting. Viewer, if you are just joining us, this is The People Show coming to you from GBS TV, the station that gives you viewing beyond the limit. Our guest today is a man that needs no introduction, a man that you've seen on your TV screen ever since you've been watching TV. His name is none other than David Ogot. Dave, karibu sana.
Asante.
It's been long.
Sana.
Actually, when I saw you today, I was like, happy how many years?
Yes.
Been quite a while.
It's quite a while, quite a while.
So how have you been?
I've been good. I had an accident last year. Lakini Mungu ameniona through. Yeah. My prayer has always, and it was answered, nisikue kiwete.
Uweze kutembea and continue doing what
you
like doing.
Yes.
How did the accident happen?
I was coming back from Teacher Service Commission, heading to Yaya. And this fellow was coming from Yaya. Then last minute, he just turned in.
So we're talking the Hurlingham area?
Yes. Now who hit the car. So broken elbow, broken collarbone, fracture right leg.
But you're well now?
I'm good.
Haujakuwa kiwete unatembea?
I've even come with another bike.
You're telling me, when you came in, you're telling me, it's like Mungu alikuwa, God was reminding you.
Yes.
That, God, the reason you're still here is because you have to continue working.
There's work to do. By the way, and I know people might think I'm just saying, but there was a lot of paperwork which I kept postponing. So me, I'm saying God said, no, now this paperwork cannot go into 2019. Let me slow you down.
So
that you
when was the accident?
The accident was November 23rd, 2018. Yes.
So in your process of recovery, ulimaliza paperwork kwa kitanda?
I finished a lot of paperwork. I finished, and also it reminded me some things have been postponing. Again, I said, God was saying, you are not the one who knows your day of going. Sure. It's me who knows. So don't be doing things as if you have forever.
In your comfort zone.
Yes. You need to stop procrastinating.
And something very interesting that I also like maybe our viewers to take note of, to take stock of as we're talking about this particular accident. You were from the Teacher Service Commission. What had you gone to do at the Teacher Service Commission?
There's a teacher who has alcohol problems. And I felt was being treated unfairly by the Teacher Service Commission. All government bodies are supposed to have a program to help their employees who are having alcohol or other drug problems. In other words, do not sack, do not punish, treat.
And I think we spoke about that the other time when we were doing the other show, and we actually mentioned. I think we met at Utalii. There was a function at Utalii College.
Where
government bodies was it the Ministry of Education?
It was, I think, Ministry of Tourism.
Ministry of Tourism. There's a ministry that had brought its staff and their families together and were talking about
for a fun day and sessions on.
And that was a while back. That was 2013, 2014, I think.
Yes, it was quite a while back,
right?
yeah.
But then it's a pity that still government bodies are doing this.
Yeah, you see, the president himself, several years back, said that alcoholism, for instance, is a disease. Therefore, what do you do with somebody who has a disease? You treat. You do not punish. And how do you know that if you punish, in this case usually by sacking, that the next one you employ will not have the same problem? And approximately 10% of the population, any given population where alcohol, for example, is legal, will have this problem.
It's a pity.
And it has been shown always, those end up being your best workers. In fact, how do alcoholics survive in the workplace for so long till other staff start complaining that they do a small infraction, they are getting warning letters. This fellow who should have been sacked years ago is still here. Because the day, for example, you say it's a Friday, you tell the HR person, sack this fellow on Monday when they come in, and the letter has been done. This fellow on Monday will arrive by 6 a.m. By 8 a.m., when you are coming to bring him the sacking letter, he has done work for 1 week. Till the boss says, no, hold on. There's something wrong here. You see, this fellow is a very good worker.
Yes.
So there must be something disturbing him that is making him drink like this. Exactly. Tim, you are his friend. In the evening, after work, go buy him a drink. You see, now go and buy him his problem and try and find out what is disturbing him. You see, and that's how the guy keeps on surviving, long past sell by date. So if the problem is not the work, it is something impeding the work, then why don't you deal with the issue? You see, and that is why we say, like the programs I run for institutions, we don't call them Mulika addicted staff program. No, you call it a wellness program. What is impairing these staff members' performance, of which drug use can be one of the reasons. It can be marital problems, it can be illness, it can be many other things. So we call them wellness programs, which TSC has on paper. But
not being implemented.
Even, I'll use this teacher as an example. This teacher has even been eroded. To the point now I am looking for the TSC boss to tell her, because I do not think she is aware, Mrs. Macharia, like what is going on below here. And yet when the problem will come, it will be her as the head of TSC who will have a problem. That why didn't you know? So I got to the point I want to look for her. So if Mrs. Macharia, you are watching this program, I am on the way. Yes, and TSC has had this program for a very long time. So I do not know what has happened in this particular case.
That such a person should not be involved in the program. Now, maybe one of our viewers out there, a few, I know not many, a few of our viewers who maybe have no idea why is this guy so concerned about people with alcohol problem? Why is this guy speaking so passionately? And why is it whatever he's doing? Maybe you can just give us a quick rundown. David Ogot ni nani? Ametoka wapi? Afike hapa.
David Ogot is a husband, father of 4. My last born's birthday was a few days ago. My last born, Alan, was 31.
31?
Yes.
When the last born?
Actually, I'm not a father, I'm a grandfather. That's another story of another time. So, hey, I'm old. So,
umekumbuka tu.
Umekumbuka. In high school is when I started drinking and smoking, and at some point using other drugs. And essentially I just started because I couldn't talk to girls. And some people wakanidanganya, my peers. You know, girls like bad boys, smoke, drink, alcohol.
So join the club.
So that is how, in fact, I remember telling people that I don't want to smoke because my father told me if you smoke, you'll get cancer, you'll die. And I don't want to die. And alcohol ni ya watu wazima. So I do not want to get into loggerheads with my parents. But then they laughed and said, Bas, utabaki hivyo. And this thing was bad because, you know, I've always been a noisy fellow.
Yes.
But suddenly, udem, which is making my heart beat differently, mpaka unafikiri unaenda kupata heart attack, ukienda kumuongelesha, everything I had planned to say inapotea. I go blank, and my friends are laughing. So you've gone to a girls' school, kuna debate, after the debate kuna dance. Unasema namwenda kumuuliza. You go, you reach, you turn back. Sasa, hiyo corner tulikuwa tunakaa, ilikuwa inaitwa floaters corner. So when you go back to school, kila mtu anacheka. Huyu jamaa alikuwa. Yeah, so at one point I just went, you know, smoking would hide in the field.
Yes.
So sigara moja, mtu anapuff, puff. And I took a puff, I coughed like a fool. So they were laughing at naribu sigara. Then the next time, ebuli jaribu, like that. And within a week, I could even pass it through the Mapua. And you know, in the movies we used to watch those days, all the heroes, they smoked, they drank. Alafu pombe, I stole my father's beer. So when I took a big sip, when I took a big sip, nikatema, I didn't like the taste. It tasted bad. So I said, no, let me stay with the cigarettes. So the next time we are out, now holidays, my friends are there, wakona pombe. This Form 1. This in Form 1. We are 13 years old. Some are even 12. So, unapata wameketi na pombe, sigara, girls are there, people are cracking jokes. Mimi niko na sigara na soda. Dem akiniuliza na wewe, my mind goes blank. So my friends are telling me, because job hujamaliza. So before going to Form 2, I kazaniaed with mzee pombe na tapika, nasikia kizunguzungu, I drink. And by the time I went to Form 2, I could drink 2 beers. And the first time we went out on our holiday again, after, niko na sigara yangu, pombe yangu, my friend. Dem akaniuliza na wewe, I'm telling you, team, I cracked jokes. Even chicks on the next table are coming. Nikaambia Jesus asante. Problem solved. You see? So that is how I started. Not knowing kuna kitu we call tolerance.
Yes.
So with those 2 beers, I would feel good.
Yes.
Suddenly I'm drinking 2 beers. I'm not feeling the same.
You want more?
So I add more. Form 3 people are saying sigara is for beginners. We bado unavuta sigara. Kuna hii sigara kubwa. Bangi I tried team. Form 3. Because I said no. And you know that time we know cigarette is not a drug.
Yes.
That's how we've been cheated. Alcohol is not a drug. Hizi mabangi, cocaine, hizo ndio.
Hizo ndio zilikuwa drugs at that
So me I was saying hapana. Drugs,
because these others were legal, advertised.
Nobody calls this
sportsman, supermarket,
drugs.
Embassy.
Yes. And even you hear the myth even today.
Yes.
That people propagate. Students, today's topic is on tobacco, alcohol, and drugs. See, those are 3 different things.
Those are 3 different
tobacco,
things.
One thing, alcohol, and drugs.
Drugs is another.
Even Nakada.
So tobacco and alcohol, those are not drugs.
Yes. Even Nakada's name. Campaign against alcohol and drugs. That is wrong. And we have been saying just add 2 words. And other. Tobacco, alcohol, and other drugs. Just those 2 words. But no.
To make it complete.
To make it
contextualize the message.
That tobacco is a drug, alcohol is a drug. Mood-altering drug capable of causing addiction.
Yes.
Okay? But nobody was telling us. But at one point now, I picked that bangi because they were laughing. Peer pressure. Nikavuta. Ndege ika take off. I told myself, if this plane can land, vile hiyo bangi linipeleka, I will never panda it again. And I did not touch bangi again till I reached Form 6.
Sure.
And then there again, I tried, nikakata. I did not touch bangi again till I reached India, when I took a form of it called hashish. But you see now, this graduating, you're on tobacco, you're on alcohol, you are dabbling with bangi. It is now affecting my school work, my grades, are going down. Your tolerance is increasing. You now want to drink during the term. Now it is not holidays. You are stealing money. Now I'm stealing from parents. Other students who do not come from a background where you can steal from parents are stealing from other students, things to go and sell. So it's just becoming a mess.
A mess.
And by the time I did my Form 4, O-levels, everybody used to get a message from the headmaster, which was read at the party of each house by the housemaster of each house. So houses were in blocks of 4. And these were for outstanding people. You had been outstanding in sports or academics or whatever. The headmaster is wishing you best in exams and you come back, etc. Now, I got a message from the headmaster, which was he is wishing me well wherever I go. But I am not coming back to Lenana. Even if I get 6 points. Hakuna kurudi Lenana. Because by this time you are doing things, you are going out of school, we are stealing parents' cars, we are going where messes are happening outside. When people are caught, you are somehow, you help her. But others are saying, when you ulikuwa ringleader.
There's fast forward, umeenda India, kusoma, sasa masomo ya juu. India, umefika. Kwanza ulifikaje India?
Let me answer that by finishing
This one.
Form 4, I didn't do too well.
All right.
Ended up in Aga Khan High. There I got subsidiaries.
All right.
Somebody cheated my parents because now they're drinking imezidi na kulala India. Send this fellow to India.
All right.
Because in India, as a student, he will not have access to alcohol. It's not allowed.
It's not allowed for students.
So I was packed off to India in 82.
As part of solving the problem.
In 82. Yet I did my A-levels in 79. So India is very short. I went for a 3-year course. I stayed there for 4 years. Never stepped into a classroom. So I can summarize India. 82, I arrived. Found that alcohol, only some states, like a county, is dry. The county I was in was very wet, Rajasthan, the state I was in.
Yes.
So I said, hallelujah, from day one, nikaanza kukunywa. Year 2, I sold my passport, nikakunywa hiyo.
You sold your passport?
Nikakunywa hiyo.
So utarudiaje home?
Traveling documents, passport ilipotea, napewa abstract. Year 3, I tried to commit suicide. Nikajikata hapa.
Yes.
I felt I was useless. Then I swallowed the pills. I was in a coma. My mom came. Tena Mungu akanikata. Year 4, I was homeless.
Living in the streets?
Parks, moving from town to town. I finally went and camped in New Delhi. I was sleeping in a park, bus stations, etc. So I think it was in year 3, some friends of mine came to my house in the morning. At Dave come, we want to take you somewhere. So I said, where? So they said, we are taking you to a classroom. Yani, you just enter, you see how a classroom looks. Because you came here 3 years ago, hujakanyanga darasani, hujui hata inakaaje. So maybe if you see how it looks, it will inspire you to register. Of course, I abused them. I went. I had a motorcycle called Lucifer, number 13. It was painted red.
Lucifer number 13.
Number 13. It was painted red with a skull and crossbone and a monkey.
A monkey was painted?
No, I had a monkey.
You had a monkey.
These were my 2 possessions. Lucifer, a motorcycle, and a monkey.
And your monkey. Your monkey had a name?
Ringo. After Ringo of the Beatles.
Ringo, yes.
So I gave my monkey to Mauritians, sold the motorcycle. And at one point I went to the Kenyan High Commission and I camped there and I said, I'm not leaving here till you send me back. And that is how I came home after 4 years. No degree, no passport. I had carried all my certificates, CPE, ESC, EWAC, A-levels, all those, my clothes. I came with clothes which were bought by the High Commission. Nywele zilikuwa rasta, nikapelekwa haircut na High Commission, nikawekwa kwa ndege. And that's how I arrived, with nothing.
Dave, you'll hold that thought. I think in the next, we take a short break now. In the next part of the show, I would like us to speak more about how you are able to overcome that situation, of course, and what you are doing right now, because I think that's very important. You sitting here today talking to us, it means you are completely, I would say, different person, doing different stuff. Viewer, if you're just joining us, you're watching The People Show. A show, of course, that speaks about many topics geared towards inspiring you, educating you, and also igniting the passion that is within you. Our guest today, none other, David Ogot. We take a short break now. If you have any comments, suggestions, or opinion, you can send that to our SMS line. That's 21144. 21144 is the number. You can also drop us an email on info@gbskenya.com. Don't touch that dial.
Everywhere, GBS.
And this is G Radio.
Hello guys and welcome. This is G Radio, #1 TV show, and we're coming live at GBS TV, and I'm your host Isaac Tabitha.
I'm the co-host Evan Tinyari, and as usual we have our DJ Deco. You can also send your views on my Instagram page and Tinyari_Evo.
And also you can get me on our Facebook page as Isaac Tabitha. Thank you so much guys.
Keep it here.
Hi, my name is Zawadi. At Mahanaim, I studied qualify for the IGCSE through the Cambridge International Educational Program.
We Mahanaim International High School students enjoy extracurricular activities such as joining GBS TV Club, Taekwondo, cultural dance, orchestra, swimming, foreign languages, community service, and much more. I believe this unique experience I gained here will go a long way into strengthening the future me.
The teachers and other ministers at Mahanaim spared no pain in running with us until the end of the mile, until we secured all of our goals. And that's how I passed my IGCSE exams.
Mahanaim International High School cares about my future. Beyond our education, Mahanaim nurtures us to have bright and healthy mind so that we could become great future leaders.
Healing, hope, restoration. Amazing stories of real people like you who have triumphed over tragedy. Watch Turning Point International and be inspired to reach your turning point.
It really ministers to the soul of man, and as a pastor, you benefit a lot because people learn and they learn how to cope with issues probably you don't even deal with in your sermons.
It's not reality TV, it's real life TV.
Everywhere, GBS.
If you are just joining us, you're watching The People Show. Our guest today, David Ogot, and we are talking about staying sober. In the first half, Ogot shared with us, of course, a bit of what he does and his life, how he got into alcohol and everything. But in this second half, David, as we were discussing, as we wind up, you're back now in Kenya from India. The High Commission has sent you back. Maybe we can just speak from there, and then we talk about, after that, how you got to recover and how you got to start goinghome.com. Yes.
Okay, so as I said, I had no passport. I reported my passport lost, got traveling papers, so I finally came back 1986. Then a series of jobs. Nobody still this time is talking about alcoholism. They're saying stress, blah, blah, blah. He'll find sooner or later where to land, to Mombe, Amerogwa, different opinions.
Yes.
So all these jobs, you are being sacked. Mzee gave up. Made got me a job in Kenya Times, which is the longest job I have done to date, yani employed.
How long was it?
2.5 years. Even that one, I was finally sacked. Now, Wazazi gave up, looking for, because I was always having a reason, boss and anionea, you know. So finally, and of course the drinking is worse.
Yes.
And finally I landed in rehab. I was taken to several places before that in the name of rehab. Very expensive. They didn't work. Some I left the facility straight to the nearest bar with my bag.
After the term that you...
yes, and a lot of money. So finally I landed in a rehab. And within 14 days, I knew my problem. And I then got very annoyed when I reviewed the whole process. I almost died, suicide. India, I didn't read. Came back with nothing. The amount my parents have spent, I've pissed off my wife, my kids, etc. So that is when I started getting an idea, because my background is media.
Yes.
Let me come back. When I come out, I'm going to go on TV, I'm going to write articles, I'm going to make documentaries, blah, blah, blah. Tell people you are cheated. You are being cheated. The problem is not this, it is this.
The problem is this.
Okay? Now, what happened when I came, I wrote an article in Nation, did a program on another TV station, also faith-based. Then people are calling you. Then you need a place to sit. And then the place to sit, I am also still reading. Because I'm finding still, you see, rehab was only 3 months, of which I voluntarily extended my stay by 1 month.
All right.
But you are still reading about yourself, you know, and everything was myself. Why was it when I'm shaking, sometimes, or I'm feeling dizzy and I drink a soda, I'm okay.
You're okay.
Or I'm shaking, I drink alcohol, I'm okay. And so I'm learning about myself. So our library is growing, etc. And that's how now, when the idea of an office came about, let me register something, NGO, etc. And that is how we registered the goinghome.com trust.
So goinghome.com was born in that rehab center?
It was born in that rehab. That's where the idea came. That is when the idea, actually the idea came exactly on my 14th day in rehab, which is the day I realized what my problem was. That was the day I realized what alcoholism is. And you know, Tim, I was taken everywhere, and the last one before my family, my parents gave up, was a witch doctor. Muganga. And of course that didn't work, and that's a whole nother story.
That's a story.
So that's when they gave up. Now, it was my dad said they have tried everything more than once.
Maombi, rehab,
maombi ya bure, maombi ile inalipiwa, pastor anakuja kwa nyumba. Nothing worked. Then here in 14 days, in a very simple place.
Problem identified.
Problem identified. And what was the identification? Nobody had ever taken me in that direction. Totally. And people were being told all these other things. So I said, no, I am going to, and essentially that's how the idea came. And then when I came out, okay, doing the programs, what, then I need a place to sit, and eventually that's formally.
What exactly does goinghome.com do? What do you do with goinghome.com?
We do awareness.
Yes.
We've always done awareness. Today, I think we are 3 months older than even NACADA, for example. But today, with all the things which have come in, NACADA, Ministry of Health does programs, other people have come in up to Red Cross, opened a rehab the other day for women, blah, blah, blah. There seems to be more confusion today, 19 years later,
than it was.
Than when it was there, when all these Ninos were not there, and all the awareness which has been done by NACADA and other people. There seems to be more ignorance, even to that simple question, what is alcoholism? Everybody's coming with an idea. It's this definition. So we do awareness. We always do awareness. And we do awareness in a way that you are able to hear and go and do something practically for yourself. We have to empower the society to handle the problem, because it is society's problem. It's not Devil God's problem. Me, I've handled mine. I'm still handling mine. So handling it, how it affected my family, how it affected the relation with my friends, with my parents, etc. You see? But you cannot have a situation where people are setting up, if you have a drug problem, call me. Tim, as I almost died on 23rd November 2018. So who would you now call? When you call the number you have dialed, it's no longer in service. So unless we empower the community. So awareness is one. And then what kind of awareness? Practical awareness. I don't want to give people statistics of which county uses more bangi than the other. Because when you are saying Kenya has a drug problem and you are giving statistics, that grandmother at home, who maybe never even went to school, but her grandson has just walked in and blacked out in front of her. She knows there's a drug problem. She's living with a drug problem. What she's waiting to hear from you, don't tell her what she knows. That there's a problem. She lives with a problem. What she wants to hear is, what do I do to solve this problem?
The statistics won't actually really help this.
Yes. So that awareness, which we do at all levels, a program like this, we go to schools, we go to institutions. We help people with policy. Remember, I was talking about policy at TSC. And what kind of policy? Because don't just do a policy for the sake, because it's on the government, for example, performance contract, that you must have a policy. And then you find Kenyatta Hospital goes and has somebody coming to talk to staff for 15 minutes, drugs are bad. And then in the performance contract, and they have over 5,000 staff, you are saying you have done a program. Then training for youth, etc., to become peer counselors, etc., awareness. Because as I said, you have to empower the community. Then resource center, where people can get materials, people can do research, etc. We have a museum also, which we hope one day will be as big or bigger than National Museum, where people can come and see because drugs are related with so many things. Drugs and HIV, for example, are cousins. That's how I always describe. And their cousins wanapendana. Where you find one, sana, you'll find the other one. Yet you'll find people are saying we're only doing drugs programs, or we're only doing HIV programs. And then at the end of the day, who uses drugs? It is human beings. So anything a human being does, whether it's work, relationships, sports, etc., wherever, you will find a drug angle. So how do you have programs to this? How do you come up with, let me call it curriculum? Then also production of IC materials, information, education, communication materials. This can be audiovisual, videos. We did a video, Nobody Kicks a Dead Dog. That was the first one.
Nobody kicks a dead dog.
Actually, that is in the series called Nobody. Currently, we are working on one, actually two. And the second one in the Nobody series is Nobody Thinks I'm Somebody. Because today, Tim, is my 19th year since I left rehab. You are at a function where we are trying to come up with a program to help addicts. And people are talking wale watu. And some of us recovering addicts are there, but they are talking, we're actually invisible. And then you will make a point, people listen to you, there's silence, And then it is like a tape recorder was pressed pause. Immediately you finish speaking, somebody presses play, and they continue speaking as if you hadn't spoken. So the second one we're doing is nobody thinks I am somebody. And the other one is on going home. So production of those materials. And then a resource center is not just materials. So somebody might want a phone number.
Yes.
Can you give me the number for Nakada? Can you give me the number for EC? And so on and so forth. Can you, or rehab, etc. So again, that somebody wants posters. They're already a youth group. They do. They have their own small library. You have materials. So it's a lot of stuff under that. Then there's the rural schools program. A lot of schools, we go to the high cost schools will pay us. But these children who are in, for example, some schools we go to, even in Nairobi here, which cater to informal settlements. Those kids, even if you say they pay 100 bob, they won't have it.
That 100 bob is the money that feeds the whole family.
The whole family.
The whole day.
So are we saying these are lesser children? Or children of a lesser God, if I can put it that way. So also that program where we go to schools in rural areas, and that one we usually get either a church or somebody to fund that trip, but we do not charge as the facilitators. And then we are now also in 10 counties. Now in this, we work with addicted or affected. It's a mix.
It's a mix, yeah.
So you'll find most of the CEOs are my former patients. So somebody's in Nakuru. So I say, why do you want to come to Nairobi? We're already men in Nairobi. So you're in Nakuru. When is CEO Nakuru? When is CEO Mombasa? When is CEO Kajiado? And so on and so forth. Yeah, you know, and the national office. Then programs to assist institutions. So those are the main activities we do. There's now a program we want to set up in schools for using music. So we use, one is music, the other one is motorcycles. There's the National Alcohol Awareness Month, which we started in 2003. 2004, I beg your pardon. We are now on the 13th edition. Which the theme is the one I told you, alcoholism, a community problem.
Community problem, yes.
So we are saying we are 18 years old.
And it is this month?
October. It's every October. The whole month of October we declared is National Awareness Month. And then the theme, so we concentrate many activities in October. And then the theme continues to September 31st, the following year, when a new theme kicks in on October. So if you call us for a talk in school or an institution or wherever, we will try and put in the theme into the topic. So we are saying, I've been seeing Safaricom, Bob Collymore, saying they are 18 years.
They're 18 years now.
And tongue in cheek, I've been saying, Bob Collymore gave birth to twins. One was called Safaricom. The other one was called GoingHome.com. But GoingHome.com was stolen at birth. From the ward. So you know we have those problems. So Safaricom has grown up helping the community, but in Muthaiga eating bacon and eggs. Going home, amegrow na shida kwa kijiji. Suffering, seriously, but still helping. And I had those rumors that Going Home had a twin somewhere, na aliibiwa. So it is only recently when Bob Collymore showed the other twin, and I saw we look alike kabisa, and I knew who now my father was.
This is my twin.
This is my twin.
And that's my father.
Yes. So we're asking Bob Collymore, tongue in cheek, can you claim you are
your lost
twin?
Your lost twin.
Because like Safaricom, GoingHome.com has also been with Kenyans through the hard times and through the good times. Tuko na nyinyi kila wakati. But that is tongue in cheek. Bob Collymore, if you have had, your lost twin is there. You see, what I'm saying is this. I've been asked on other shows, why do you do this?
Why do you do this, yes.
Tim, I have boxes, literally boxes of files with 1-page or 2-page letters regretting why we cannot be funded. Okay? Nakada Mutudo came to our Kajiado offices several years back when he was chairman and said it was a national shame after seeing everything we were doing on 3 sites. This is just Kajiado County.
Yes.
With no funding. He said, and it's on tape, because he held a press conference outside. And GBS was also there.
Yes,
and he said it was a national shame. That went like that. Mututo, I'll give him credit. He tried to help us once or twice from his pocket. But everybody, because addiction, especially alcoholism, has too much stigma. So institutions do not want to be associated. 1 or 2 institutions have given us money through third party.
They don't want to
you know where at the function you want, where's your banner, we can put your, they say no, it's okay, don't worry. You just use the money, Bora, it will help you.
Rosafi.
Yeah, Rosafi. And then even that money is like you can be given the check to give to us in your name.
So that it cannot be traced
So
back
there is
to
not connected. So what we are saying is people took time with me. I am one person.
Yes.
But one addict intimately affects up to 60 people. Whether in a school atmosphere, setting, an institution, the family, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
Intimately. One addict.
One addict.
So I will only say one person, people took time with me and used a lot of resources. A child does not choose where they are born.
Sure.
Luckily, I was born where there were some resources.
Yes.
This is not true of the majority of Kenyans.
Kenyans.
If I look at where I've worked, hizo stories zote which I just said juju, to the point I got to rehab and left rehab sober. And people were telling me, oh, your wife, oh, your mother. Yes, very important role.
Yes.
But ule mutu who got me through ni Mungu.
Sure.
This I came to realize in rehab. A very simple question. Can you say which human being or why are you alive today to the point now you have finished your first month in rehab? Then you are looking at pikipiki hili niangusha India, mawe ikapita hapa, you see my teeth which are very white are fake.
Yes.
If that stone had passed, it's an inch, I would be dead. And in some days, I would have died several times in one day. Hii nikashonwa, it was swollen like this. Saa 12, this is about 4 a.m. nikishonwa in India. Saa 12, I'm in the wine shop. Nimeshikanisha straws. Till even the hardcore drinkers are saying hii yako imezidi. Go home, upone. Then I ask them, do I drink with here or my mouth? Si hapa ndio imeumia. You see?
Mdomo iko sawa.
Mdomo iko sawa. So when I look back, ni Mungu ndio alinibeba.
Yes.
That's why I would umia, but I am able to function.
Yes.
You see? And then at a certain point, Mungu akaniweka chini, akaniambia, now go and tell them what you have seen.
Sure.
So unajua, huwezi bargain na Mungu.
Ndio. Hakuna bargain.
Akikufanyia hii, it is so that uende ufanye something. Okay? And the Bible is full of people who try to argue. Yes. You have to fuata. So, every time I've had challenges, auctioneers, sijui what, sijui nini. There was a time workshop we were owing after post-election violence, which for the first time, our Hurlingham office, we had paid till 2008. Wow. January. So the next Feb was, rent was in Feb. Then we went for elections in December. Huwezi toka ofisi, nyumba. Rent umelipa is going TikTok. Every day, more than 1,000 shillings. I'm seeing going. Okay? But we went through that. We have never been auctioned several times. And other challenges. Okay? So, what I say, ofisi ni ya Mungu. As we just work there. And that time we were owing rent for 13 months. There's that number 13 again. And me, I would go to bed and then I pray. And my prayers have become very simple. Before I used to pray, I want a car, a big bank account. My prayers now are very simple. God help me, like this morning.
Yes.
Nisikunywe. When I go to sleep, na nimetoboa with his assistance.
Asante.
God, thank you for helping me not to drink. At midnight, boom, my account goes to zero. So morning, help me today. I don't say, God, help me nisikunywe next week, next month. No, leo peke yake.
Nikimaliza nitakushukuru, asante.
As you pray also for resources for today. Yes. Food for today.
Ogot, that's a very interesting perspective. So the reason you're doing this is God.
It's a contract. With God. UNICEF, 9 out of 10, several studies, Google.
Yes.
9 out of 10 addicts die without them or their people knowing what the problem was, and there was a solution. So the question becomes, why am I the one?
Not among the 9?
Yeah.
Ogot, because of time, we cannot continue with this. I want you to share with us your parting shot, and I really would like to bring you back here and let's have a longer chat. Looking at that camera behind me, your parting shot to the viewer who is watching this show at home in 1 straight minute. Yes.
To the viewer who is watching, I say that the GoingHome.com Trust is the biggest recycling project maybe in the world, starting with the human resource. Me and my colleagues were called takataka, useless. My late mother, may she rest in peace, was a minister, member of parliament. My father, chancellor of Moi University, and so on. My brothers, known professors, architect. My sister, the last born, is a doctor. But me, the firstborn, useless, takataka, recycled. Today, people call me sir, including Tim. Call me sir. You are sitting with your person. Things are coming. We are saying the National Alcohol Awareness Team is alcoholism a community problem. It is a problem. You are seeing things happening. Gambling is coming all over. This is a huge problem coming, which is going to surpass all the other addictions combined. We are doing nothing. But at the end of the day, don't look outside your house. The person you have in your house, who you have maybe given up, who you are wondering, why are they useless like this? They were not like this before. Who maybe because of stigma of addiction, you don't want to go there, that they are not an addict. So wanakuingiza box kila time. Oh, boss hanipendi, bibi yangu anapika vibaya, my husband this, my children are stressed, I'm stressed. No. Help your person, because God has brought this program to you, or they will die. And when they die, first of all, they will have tested you people seriously. They will have depleted your resources seriously. And the government, which you think somebody else is the government, that is the day you realize the government is you and I. They will not, nobody who will give you funds to bury your person, and everybody will have asked you, you didn't know that this is a disease and there's a cure. So you watch this program, turn around, look for your fellow, excuse me, and look for help.
Yes.
Help is there, all over.
GoingHome.com. Thank you very much, Ogot. Viewer, if you watch this, the message is straightforward. Alcoholism is a community problem. It's not a problem for your neighbor, it's not a problem just in your house. Wherever there is someone with this problem, whether in your house or outside your house, you should be concerned. It's something that we as a community should take responsibility and help. And as David said, there's a solution to this. Wale watu waliitwa takataka kama yeye, today I'm calling him sir, and it's true. Viewer, if you have any comments, suggestions, or opinion, you can send us an SMS on 21144. 21144 is the number. Also, you can drop us an email on info@gbskenya.com. You can also find your website is goinghome.com.
.or.ke, Twitter, Ogot David. In fact, Google just David Google. Ogot, and you'll get all the Facebook, Instagram,
Well, viewer,
everything.
that brings us to the end of our program. David, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you for having
It's
me.
always a pleasure having you, and I think time always doesn't allow us to speak much, but...
Which means you need to call me back.
Asante sana. Well, it's bye-bye from
Thank
us here. Thank you.
Shine a light on me, 'cause I was